Afternoon, ladies and gents. We're back here just prior to the Lion 17s versus the Hurricane 17s in the final game of that competition. We're joined here by the men's Vipers captain, Ben Scott. Ben, fantastic day so far, 2 wins from 2. You're 4 points clear at the top going into the last game. However, you are playing second place Lions. So how do you feel about that fixture coming up?
I think it'll be a tough game and be a good challenge. Because I know first weekend we played and we lost to them, I think. So going forward, hopefully pick up 2 points I think we need, and hopefully win the first Super League. Yeah.
So how are you going to go about it? Are you going to go for the 2 skins, or are you going to look to try and close out a hole with victory, or just take it skin by skin?
Yeah, I think we'll just take it as we have any other game and just go for the win. And if we pick up any skins, we do. But aim is to win the game and win on a high.
And the final question from me, obviously the Lions have a fantastic seam bowling attack, genuine pace. What's your plans, if there are any plans, in order to counteract that?
Probably the plan is not to get out, but we don't mind getting like 4 runs off the over against them, because there is weaker bowlers, so we'll just capitalise on them and just see them all.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Anish Patel.
Okay, good evening and welcome to the final round of the Super League Under 17 tournament. We have the Hurricanes, who require 2 points to win the league, against the Lions, who have had a really strong day today. They've won all their games so far. Both teams unbeaten so far today, so this should be an absolute cracker. We have Cam Cook opening the bowling, and opening the batting for the Hurricanes is Connor Johnson from Nottingham and Matt Myers from Derbyshire. So Chris Mosley ready to play. Cam Cook comes into bowl. First ball tucked into the leg side. 2 scored. As always with the kids teams, not much noise to start with, but they'll grow into it as the game goes on. Cam in for his second ball to Matt. Gets it lovely down and up. giving David no chance of the run out. I am going to be joined by Anish Patel. He's just finished his big game for the Warriors. He's just grabbing a drink and he'll be with us shortly. That's well bowled. It's into the leg side, but it's not a leg side wide. He's kept it inside of the line and therefore gets the dot. Pretty quiet here from the Lions. They've not bringing much in terms of noise at this point. It's down and up and over Louis. Really nice shot from Connor. So 2 left, we're 6 on the board. Matt has absolutely smashed that, and it's actually gone through the gap at the bottom of the net. So dead ball, unlucky Matt. Yeah, good shot for none, says the umpire. It's true. I'm not sure quite how that snuck through. I think it's hit the zip. I managed to move the zip. Curious. Well, let's see what happens with this ball then. So we've gone from a 7 and Matt tries it again. And 2 in 2. I can honestly say I've never seen that before in my life. That's 2 in 2 have gone through. He's punched a hole, the same hole in the net. I've never seen that before. 2 in 2. Well, let's see if he can do it again. 3 from 3. Is it that hard? It's nearly hit the same area. See you, mate. Yeah. He's gone from 7 to 5 to 4, and his scores there. He's unlucky. Hit the outside half of the bat. Chance with a direct hit, but not given, not out. Connor gets up the other end. So 11 off the first. That's a good start for the Hurricanes. It could have been 12. It could have been 13 if the 7 and the 5 hadn't burst the net. TB having a quick word here, probably just hoping for a little bit more intensity, a little bit more energy. It's been a quiet start. It's been a long day for the lads. They've played 2 already, and obviously does take a lot out of you indoor. Anyone who's ever played it, the intensity is by far higher than an equal amount of time in outdoor cricket, and certainly higher than training or indoor net facilities that you can go to. So intensity is high usually. Just making it a little bit more difficult for the lads here. We've got Aaron Brown coming on to bowl the second over. He'll be hoping to peg the Hurricanes back a little bit here. So into his action, nice and smooth through it, but outside of stump, which gives Connor opportunity to free those arms. So now Matt, who is a destructive batter in outdoor cricket for Derbyshire, and Ockbrook, and Aaron's gone too high with a no ball. Matt still manages to get it down up for 2. Listen to it. Aaron nice and full. I like that. It gives more opportunity for the fielders to get the ball, and you've got to get the ball past 6 fielders if you're ball nice and full. And Aaron does the field in there, or 7 fielders. Just doing characters. Accent's dodgy though. Brazier giving me a little bit of stick there. I have to commentate on my own, talk to myself. Well bowled by Aaron. That's a much better line of length. Much better line of length. He's managed to tuck Matt up much more tightly. Just while we get the stumps reset, Aaron's gonna have to pause. He's going cross seam again, just to control the swinging ball. And then Cam's paused us there with no need. Controlling the things from the back. Aaron nice and full again. Aaron, unfortunately, has gone for 7. Matt has smashed that. It's a great shot. He really hits the ball hard when he's going down the ground. Just Matt. So Aaron's gone for 15. Matt Myers flying ahead on 17. Connor nice and steadily behind with 9. It's a good partnership so far. They'll be hoping for no wickets. They'll be hoping to take this to a big to a big skin, knowing that they need 2 points to win the Super League. They will be looking for those 2 points as quickly as possible. So David Marion on to bowl, Dazza as Louis was calling him earlier, the left arm spinner from London. Just gets a little bit of bounce there with his top spin, and Matt can't quite get it down and up. Not giving Matt an opportunity to play down the ground either. That time Matt manages to get it much more high up into the net and cruises through for his 2. Fuller, Connor uses the back foot. Aaron with a nice flick, gets it. Oh, opportunity for the run out, and in fact they've ended up sneaking another one as well. Just from a little bit of sloppiness at the top by Cam. The 13s and 15s will be here next week for the Super League. Really looking forward to that. They tend to bring a bit more energy than the 17s. You get teenage Kevin and Perry attitude sometimes with the 17s. Don't get that so much with the under 13s. So definitely looking forward to seeing how they get on. But let's see how David can finish the over to Connor. Again, gives an opportunity to get on the back foot, and he cuts it beautifully. Down and up for 2 to take the score to 33 after 3. So 11 and over here, the start. It's a fantastic... Sorry, not over. 1 ball left. Thought the umpire called over. 1 more ball. Full. Matt can get him away. Needs to provide a different challenge there because can't bowl that slowly at Matt. So 23 for Matt, 14 for Connor. 11 off the over for David. 37 the score. Lions have started very slowly here. So Lions make a change. They're going to bring Fateh onto bowl. Left arm, fairly quick. Brings the ball back in at the right hander. This should provide a different challenge to the batsmen who've had it a little bit too easy so far. So, short ball looked high to me from here. Matt tripped a little bit and somehow managed to get away with being run out. Must have had his foot in. But yeah, different challenge provided by the left arm quick bowler. Matt just losing his shape there. It's been hitting the ball cleanly to the back. Got to keep your shape when you do it. Opportunity, drop catch. Fateh to Connor, beats the outside edge and they're going to run through. Two balls left in the over. That's a wide. I imagine they're going to want it rebowled, yep. Yeah, fine. Another wide. Lacking a little bit of discipline here, fellas. Matt's taking the rebowled, so the score moves to 43. 2 balls left. Matt smashes him down the ground still with control, still in a good shape. You'd be happy with that as an outdoor shot, and he's picked a gap after Fateh over pitches. So Anish has finally joined us.
Sorry, guys.
It's all right.
I know they've been waiting for me, but...
The crowds are buzzing to hear you, Anish. So 50 the score, given that they need 2 skins to win the competition. That's an incredible start.
I think we can sign that one off as done and dusted, to be honest with you. Be interesting to see how they go about the makeup of the pairs, actually. Are they looking at just taking the two skins, or are they looking to take the whole win? Maybe they're going to go with 2 strong pairs, 2 weak pairs. May not necessarily work, so let's just see how they go here.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting decision. It'll be Matt that'll be making that decision. He's come out and led from the front there. He's punished every single bad ball pretty much with intent. Yeah, he lost his shape on a few, but on the whole, he's put away bad balls rather than manufactured something. So you can see that's a successful start. I imagine TB will be demanding his players bring a little bit more than what they've just brought.
Yeah, they look kind of low right now. They just.
Which is interesting because they've had 2 wins so far, played well in both games. You'd think they'd be ready and roaring to come out. And
never easy though when you go for 49. Do you know what I mean? It takes the wind out of the sails a little bit.
yeah, from ball 1 it was flat.
Yeah, from the very start.
Yeah.
I just think they need a couple of wickets, but you can just see from the body language, looking around the court, only Cam Jones really at the minute showing, a bit of encouragement. Run out chance, keepers wrong end.
So they just don't seem very switched on. They've had a warm-up, they've had 20 minutes before the game to chat. They've won 2 games so far by playing some really good cricket.
Is it between these 2 sides for the... or fielded?
All 4 sides at the start of this, I think, could win it. Actually, Lions might just be short of that because they're playing against... because the other teams are playing against each other. I'll have to check for you. It's a nice shot. Just nice and controlled. I'll just check the scoreboard.
Oh, lovely down up there by Dennis. Case just struggling, 1 short, 1 first up and a full toss there. Again with a short one. Needs to just get those lengths a little bit fuller.
Yeah, to me it doesn't look like he's using his body to bowl the ball. He's just sort of letting it go. I thought the bowlers, David in the first was a bit slow as well, and Matt punished that. I think
that's better.
Yeah, Case needs to use his body more to get the more action on the ball, more revs. If he watches Luke bowl from earlier, I think you'll see Luke bowls with a lot more energy on the ball.
Yes.
Luke, who put you in a bit of trouble earlier, Anish. How did you find facing him?
I actually really struggled, to be honest. I know he's got that googly, he's a contracted cricketer, so I'm naturally a fantastic bowler, but I really tried hard to focus on his hand. I still couldn't pick the googly. Interestingly enough, I sat behind him, watched the second over, and the first googly ball I picked straight away, so just different in perspective, but he bowled really nicely, he got a lot of bounce as well.
Yeah.
Quite awkward to face. It's a shame that he's not going to be playing the last game for the Vipers, actually.
It was interesting when he bowled at Schaff and Blake later, they sat further back, and you came forward at him.
Yes.
Is that perhaps something to reflect on?
But yeah, I think playing spin generally, obviously, should look to go back. With it being the new ball, I didn't think he was actually going to get that much bounce, so it was going to skid a bit more. But Blake was actually picking him, he said. He said it was not to do with his action, just where he holds the ball in his hand further deeper in. So picked that quite well, did Blake, showing their experience there, those two.
Yeah, definitely. Louis on then. Louis, a strong bowler for the Lions.
It's the quietest the centre's been pretty much all day at the minute. Both courts very, very flat. Maybe the tiredness of the 3 games just getting to the guys.
Yeah, I mean, going into this game, the Hurricanes on 35 points, the Vipers on 29, the Warriors on 25, and the Lions on 23. So the Lions couldn't win the tournament overall.
But they can affect things.
But they can definitely impact the way it goes.
So the Vipers
Warriors
win 7.
Obviously out of it as well at this point.
So really, they only need 1 skin to definitely finish top.
Yeah.
And they got 49 first. And that's without Ollie Walker this week.
Yeah, and they lost the game with him last week as well. So
yeah. Just shows the balance their side, actually. I'm just looking around. Obviously, these two you wouldn't say are the strongest batters in the team, but they do their job. Dennis is a fantastic cover fielder, point fielder.
Yeah. Yeah. Interestingly, the biggest factor, or one of the biggest factors I've seen in this Super League is the role extras plays. I looked at the number of extras that everyone have bowled in the 17th
Run out chance, and that's out. There we go. First wicket. Let's see if that brings a bit of life to the Lions here.
Hopefully. Yeah, and the number of extras correlated with the, reverse correlated with the
positions
in the table. The most wides and extras, etc., have been the Lions prior to today, and then all the way up in reverse.
Very clever bowling that from Hayward. He got him onto third ball and obviously threw the quicker, wider one in. Keeper took it, Sydenham straight back up to top. So well thought out plan there by Louis Hayward and the team. Cam Jones to bowl now. He's struggled so far with the extras today. So let's just see if he can tighten up his lines.
It's nicely moved across the crease. I like that from Joe.
Joe plays in the Birmingham League, right? For Nolan Dorridge.
Yeah.
So good cricket club there. I think Ian Bell plays there and George Worker. So good few role models there.
We see the brothers who've just come through. Seam bowling all rounder. His name's escaped me. Brooks.
Yes.
Ethan and Harry Brooks, I think.
Harry Brooks there. Strong side, strong club.
Harry. So opportunity here, third ball again.
Inside, so back onto third ball.
Sorry, third ball now. I thought it was third ball before.
No, bowler wide. Second ball.
Sorry.
Interesting to see what Cam comes up with. Are they going to stick to that full and wide ball? Case Mohammed ready to take it at the top. Sorry, Case Mahmood.
Mini Kabir.
Gone short and a flick.
Hits, but already in.
Yeah, he had no appeal at all there, so he must have been in by quite some distance.
But that's the kind of thing when you want energy, that's all right. Everybody probably knew it wasn't out, but if you've got energy and excitement about the game, you'd go up.
I mean, you saw from the game before, never, ever, ever easy to umpire. It's probably the hardest job in the game. But if you do apply pressure, you never, ever know which way it's going to go. And the silence at the minute is just a bit, it's a bit flattening, and, they need to lift it. Hey, it's a depressing atmosphere. What's going on?
I think it's because the league's gone.
Yeah, maybe you're right, Kieran. Maybe it's a bit quiet because the winner's basically decided in this category. I am sure the very next game is going to be buzzing.
Yeah, a very different situation, isn't it, the next one?
Yeah.
What is the situation? Just remind me.
So in the men's category, the Vipers will be playing the Lions on this televised court, and they are basically 4 points ahead of the Lions. But the Lions are not a side to take lightly. That's a wicket there.
Catch.
And now you see they're only on 55 or 56 after 2 skins. So back in it, especially if they can nail the next pair as well. Back in the game.
Yeah, you're never really out of indoor.
And even just 1 skin opens it up for the Vipers. So on the other court, sorry guys, the Vipers 23 and 24 from the first 2 skins.
The 2 Sams in.
The 2 Sams in, but they're only on 1 with 4 balls to go. As Big Wheatcroft calls Little Wheatcroft baller wides.
Definitely always going to happen. World Cup umpire Matt Wheatcroft, by the way.
Finally showed up today.
Yeah, eventually. So another wide here from Sebi.
So what did you think of the Liam Brazier's leg side dunk earlier? He seemed to enjoy it.
Well, I enjoyed it, but I don't think I enjoyed it as much as Liam did. It was,
I don't think many would have enjoyed it as much as that.
Yeah.
I think that's going to have about 50 views on its own later, all by Liam.
To be fair,
another wicket.
caught behind, I think. We thought you enjoyed your run out as well. First ball, we reckon that Paige is going to get no attention. Me and Sheedy were calling the game earlier, and so that Paige is going to get no attention tonight. You're just going to start watching.
Luckily for me, Paige has gone back to Kent, so I have got the TV and myself. Oh, that looks like no, not given. So I will be watching that repeat.
Just Joe showing a thing here that I see with a lot of young players when they start playing indoor before they train plenty. He's trying to hit the ball down as opposed to trying to hit the ball late. There's a difference, isn't there, between hitting the ball late and hitting the ball down.
Wide ball there. Have they taken it? Yep, retaking the extra ball there. Sydenham just slipping another wide down leg side. So the Lions really need to sort this out.
2, I think, in this over, isn't it?
Catch.
What's up now? I can't see.
He's just landed in the gap, I believe. I can't quite see, but a chance on run out as well, not taken. So after the second pair,
7 for the score, isn't it?
7 for the score, total 56. So it's a good fight back. Yep. However, I can see Josh Glover coming into bat with Ethan. I can't pronounce the second name. I'm not going to try to.
Gwynarvan, I think.
Gwynarvan.
Gwynarvan, I think.
Gwynarvan. Okay. So these two earlier, they batted well.
Gwynarvan.
Ginnivan, thank you.
Sorry, his dad sat next to us. We didn't want to get it wrong next to his dad, but...
Ethan Ginnivan. These two have batted well today, and Glover tends to be a bit of a back net bully, a bit like Adam Shepherd. So...
You haven't seen me back recently, mate.
I do think we're going to be in for some big shots, especially against the spin. He may look to just sit back and slap it. Interesting to see how the Lions go about counteracting that.
You've seen how bad.
Straight away, gone back, drop catch.
Was it a drop? Was it a down?
No, it's just a scuff at the edge. But first ball looking for it, so...
Yeah, he bats in a very aggressive manner.
Lovely shot
nice.
there.
Down
Ethan.
and up. Yeah.
Worked
Ethan
really
G.
hard, Ethan G, yeah. Worked really, really hard the last few weeks. I've been watching him centre cricket and really worked hard on that dunk shot. It's been showing in the past few weeks.
Yeah, you've got to be able to play the ball late.
There we go, back net. 7. Oh, he's giving it 5.
Yeah, I thought it bounced.
Thought it bounced?
Yeah,
well,
just before.
With those new glasses, you aren't missing much.
No,
so.
I can actually see now, so I'm doing okay. Wonder if I could play in them.
You're going to have to learn, I think.
Maybe.
Leg side. Another wide for the Lions.
Will you be Masters when I'm Masters as well?
So, yeah, you're 28?
No, mate, 26.
28, yeah, okay.
26. Still 26. Good drive.
3-line.
Oh.
So you're a big fan of that, aren't you? You like hitting the 3-line hard on the ground like
Yeah.
that. You think there's a lot of room for that?
I think here it's more difficult because obviously you will find that the ball comes back a little bit.
Sitting back again, slap. Just clipping the side and a bit too quick around the back there for the top stumps. 4 scored.
But yeah, I think on the whole, in junior players, it encourages a full face of the bat, full value for your shot, and I think 95% of the time you get away with it. Yeah, you're going to get one out occasionally, but in terms of like outdoor, there'll be shots that people play that they know they're going to get out to. So people will take on the hook shot. They know they're going to get out to it every now and again, but actually they're going to score a lot of runs off of it as well. So
all right, this will be interesting to see then. Glover versus Fateh Singh.
Yeah, schoolmates.
Schoolmates, are they?
Yeah, at Trent
Okay,
College.
and whether or not he still looks to go to the same game plan, which is to sit back and slap it, I feel it might be too quick to do that.
Yeah, I would be surprised if he doesn't bowl a couple of slow balls.
I mean, looking at
him,
he's just practicing the bouncer now, so he knows what's coming.
Yeah. Fateh's smiling a little bit as well. Josh stood with his bat over his head.
Oh,
Plays
he got some
down
dunk.
and
That's
up.
actually a good shot.
And then
it
steeps
overthrow.
through, yeah.
Tell you, top stumps Cameron Jones and Fateh not happy with that. Sneaked single. I think they would have liked Glover
This
on
is the thing
strike.
that frustrates. I'll be honest, I'll tell Cameron about this after, but this frustrates me with kids. Right, like they're being negative with each other. You know, he's trying to bring energy.
It's a good shot. Unlucky.
Yes, he could have held it and probably should have held it, but the response to how that went was not going to make Case any better. There was a negative response.
Yeah, it was. It was a negative response. I mean,
It was moaning.
we did it a lot in the last game. To be honest, the Warriors men's side, we hit the stumps a lot. and
Yeah,
they
but
hit
Shaft still,
singles.
watch the feedback, Shaft still goes in high fives everyone for the intent of...
It's the intent to get it there, and look, it happens, and really the line fielder should be backing that up.
This is a strange game to watch. There seems to be absolutely no intensity.
No, and like you said, I mean, looking at the table, maybe that's why. If the Lions side have got nothing really to play for, other than trying to help the Vipers win the league. And you know, I don't know if it works like that.
Yeah,
to be
but
honest.
personal, you know...
Personal pride,
Yeah.
personal, yeah.
I don't know, I'm a really competitive person. There's no way I can, I don't know, just cruise through. Both. It's weird because all 4 teams are doing it.
It's well fielded on the other court.
Yeah, all 4 teams are very like quiet, aren't they? Slow ball, all bowled. Aaron doing the fielding at leg side nicely.
And another wide.
Yeah. That control is always a difficult thing to get right. Something obviously we're going to have to work on in the next few...
But you know, the good thing is I'm extremely excited about where we're at. You know, if you compare it to 2018, the guys are going to be so much better prepared to go to a World Cup. in the Junior World Series, prior to the 2018 one, the guys had 5-6 months, maybe less than that, of training, and had never played indoor before, and hadn't played proper competitions. Now they've experienced, one, a World Cup, two, they're playing a competition like this, and three, they've actually had a good 2 or 3 years of training. The game's grown by at least in the junior categories, 80%,
and I think
70%.
And I think if we can adopt quite a flexible approach to how much training we can get in. I know I've got some plans in place for what I'm going to do with the 13s to try and ensure that the number of hours we spend training is considerably higher than it was before. What I found last time was actually there was a lot of times where the kids were all available, but we hadn't organised any training. But we could have done, and everyone would have turned up. So if we can go down a really flexible route where it's not one person having to organise 3 teams worth, and that's 36 kids worth of training, contacts and stuff, we might actually be able to get double the hours in.
What I really like hearing is the fact that with the kids, they actually want to train. They'll make themselves available.
Yeah, they do.
With the adults, we find a lot that the
life gets in the way, doesn't it?
Yeah, family lives, social lives, everything else. And just outdoor cricket, it tends to come in the way. But these guys do commit. They do train hard, and their ability to learn.
Sponges,
they learn a lot very quickly.
Yeah, good and bad.
Yeah, the viewers, particularly outside of
Wobbled.
Bowled by your cousin there, very well bowled.
No relation.
And here he is, the inventor of the English hacker, Tom Brotherhood.
Shocky's disappeared.
Shocky's run off again.
So joined again here. He obviously commentated in the previous game. He did a fine job, although he would never admit it. Mr. Sheed, welcome.
Providing that the viewers at home understood what he was saying.
Not a chance.
All the Northerners loved it.
The Northerners, we need a bit of Northern love.
Well, Pete and the Lancashire lads, I bet they enjoyed that.
Yeah.
A little bit. We talked about pies for a little bit, Anish.
They must have had a real good time.
What was that?
My impression of Sheedy.
A real good time.
A real good time. I tell you, when he gave his 30th birthday speech,
we're doing
it was a classic.
God, don't even talk to me about it, mate, because I'm not even sure I remember it.
Right, on to Mazza then. Was it Mazza?
Dazzler.
Dazzler,
not Mazza. Mazza's one of our female players.
Yeah, but his name's Marion, so...
Oh, Marion. Yeah, I can see the similarities between the two.
All right, Dazzler.
Massive similarities.
Behave.
Steady
Bold.
on.
No communication. And they get away with it. Was that third ball, or was that Cameron being cheeky? Yeah, he fell for it, being cheeky.
Yeah, Cam Jones there, faking the third ball.
Badger.
Loves it as well. Loves it. Yeah, I was saying.
What a badger.
What a badger. And for the viewers, maybe outside of England,
that'll work against Australia.
They're looking at this and obviously, have certain assumptions about the game in England. But to say that, within 3 years, we never even had junior leagues, in this country. So the way that we're going and the way it's heading, the guys are learning every single game, every single week. So they're going to find themselves far, far, far more competitive come that Junior World Series 2021.
Yeah, look, we don't expect to be immediately at the top echelons of consistently across every age, but we are definitely working towards being more competitive. And player pool wise, it's very small, but we can obviously spend a lot of time with that player pool. We can really buy into improving. Oh, lucky, that's nearly a great catch. Do you know Josh reminds me of Breezy when he does that?
Yeah.
They run down the wicket in a very similar way, don't they?
But he doesn't shout "get away ball."
No, that's true. But yeah, we're not looking to be competitive. Well, we're not expecting to be competitive consistently across every age immediately, but we're working towards that, and we've got to grow our player pool to try and become a more diverse group, so that players will stand up and be able to show that they can go to the next level.
Yeah, I mean, while we have Rob with us, hopefully for the whole game, but while we have got him, Rob, you obviously manage/own the Treetop Centre in Mansfield. I know it's a one-court centre, but what are you guys, if anything, at the minute doing or looking at potentially starting some junior leagues or?
To be honest, with our amount of court time that we actually have, it's probably going to be really quite restricted, to be honest with you, Anish. We have a league. It is only a small league. We have a few juniors playing it, but it is mainly a seniors league. To be honest, the standard of it isn't that high, but always
it represents a small catchment area, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, it does. The Amber Valley
Yeah.
is a very, very small sort of catchment area with not that many clubs in it. So it's difficult to try and get all around those clubs, and also
some
they're
of them
not
all playing at Willows as well, I'd have thought.
Yeah, some play at Willows.
You say that, but they have churned out some very good players in the recent times.
Yeah.
You know, that Treetops franchise, as such,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Treetops group have churned out, both in the men's and women's formats, fantastic players.
I
So-
assume that is something you aim to do consistently, is Treetops to create their own players.
I would like to. That was always the aim when I took over that sort of area, to be honest. That was always the aim. That was always the aim to do that, to grow it as big as it can go. But obviously sometimes things just don't really work out that way initially.
And obviously
it might just mean that I've got to put a little bit more work into it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that looks
This
so
is
good.
wonderful.
Yeah, it's Pizza Express.
Wow.
I mean, you're not the only ones, Rob. I mean, that seems to be one of the biggest things, is that the junior, fundamental from a business point of view, the junior games tend to pay less. That's one of the things that happens. So a lot of the centres do prioritise the men's sport.
To be honest, the cost doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
That side of it doesn't really matter. Whether it costs less or more, it doesn't really matter. But obviously, it's just getting the actual juniors in. That is the difficult part of it. Obviously, Willows at the moment down at Derby are doing a really good thing. Like what Kieran's heading up there, I think that's really good. What you guys are probably doing down here.
So at the minute, what's happened, we had some very good initial meetings with the Warwickshire Cricket Board. So Ed McCabe and the team down at the Edgbaston, and what we decided is that in collaboration we're going to run junior leagues under their name, but we run everything for them based on the fact that we'll do it in a certain way that they're happy with and agreed with. And what happened was, given the amount of weekends that were taken by Super League and everything else, we've decided to push that to September start, and it would give us more time to get it out there. So that's going to happen in September, that we're going to be running leagues in conjunction with them at 13s, 15s, 17s and maybe 11s, and just finding a suitable night, maybe Fridays, evenings, it may be weekends, but as long as the dates and times are in the diaries early, we can run it. Because I mean, we generally close here, supposed to be at 6 p.m. and we can extend that in the future to 9, 10, like Willows do on the weekends, to fit those junior games in. So, on that note, is there anything that we can do? Me and Kieran were looking to promote it a lot, that we can do to help the Treetop Centre in any kind of way, even if it's like, let's look at something and get even 4 teams.
Yeah, a small little under 11s, under 13 league. Doesn't take much to get started on that. Thinking of that Amber Valley clubs, I suppose the biggest issue. Just thinking about
there's quite a few clubs in that area.
Yeah.
There's likes of Alfreton, Denby, Swanwick,
Mehay.
Riddins, Mehay. I'll say Alfreton. South Wingfield.
How far is it for you, Eastwoods and?
Not that far.
No.
Literally, they're at junction 26 of the M1.
Yeah.
So it's
10 minutes.
it's not far at all. It's sort of 15, 20 minutes.
The biggest challenge would be the fact that you've got to compete with Willows for Duffield.
Yeah, well, this is it. Competing with
Saying
Willows,
that, not a lot
Willows for the Derbyshire clubs, and also Baseford for the probably the Nottinghamshire, some of the Nottinghamshire clubs.
To my knowledge, there's only
in that area. In that area, obviously, there's three centres in a sort of 10-15 mile radius. So it's the catchment area is good. It's difficult for me, especially as our main sort of source of income and business is the play area side and children's parties, to be honest. So the main priority would be that. Sadly, as much as I'd love it to be cricket, it's just not. It just doesn't. It doesn't have the same amount of pull money-wise, sadly.
And Ever have a go in the play area yourself?
Ironically, Kieran asked me the same question earlier.
Did you? Yeah.
On that occasion, I said no. On this occasion, I'm going to say no.
So back to the cricket a little bit, Anish. What's the situation on court?
So, the last pair have managed to get 24, which I think is quite a respectable total. But, you know, I think the Vipers keep looking over from the other court, and they will be looking at this going, well, if their last 3 skins can be taken by the Lions, and they can get 6-7 points on their court, it's game on for this league. But the Warriors have actually got off to a great start on the other court, chasing 23 the first skin. They're on 21 already, but they're saying that a wicket's fallen.
Wicket's just gone.
Yeah, Anish.
I think you just gave it a kiss of death there, Anish.
Yeah, he's absolutely screwed them over there.
Screwed.
Whilst we're sat chatting, obviously the game's being played out in front of us. We'll see if something exciting happens. We'll talk about it, but we're going to talk a little bit about indoor cricket generally. Are there any things that you've seen in the Super League this year that you think actually for next year we can definitely straight away improve? I think the squads could do with being a little bit bigger for the men because of the problem with playing so many games. It's a bit more difficult.
Availability issues has been a men's problem, hasn't it?
Is a big one. I guess from the first week, some of the sides were light on players. However, when you're not doing well, when you're missing big players, other people have also, stepped away and pulled out, and that's just unfortunately, it's kind of the ethos, the mindset of people in England at the minute, and that's what we're trying to change with the juniors. That hasn't happened. Their availability has been exactly what they said it was going to be.
To be honest, the Super League
is the only reason it's changed.
Yeah, injuries for the juniors,
broken
arms and stuff. So and that's what we're trying to get into these guys. That look, this is the highest level of cricket in this country. They have to make themselves available. If they want to play at the highest level, they've got to put this as a priority, and they have done that.
Men's and 15s availability is amazing.
Yeah, and the men's, unfortunately, they haven't done that. And lots of replacements have been brought in.
The 13s and 15s one is so good, actually, just touching on it. That I've actually picked smaller squads. I've only had to pick 10 of a squad.
Because they're available for every round.
They're available for every round.
That's brilliant.
And they've said they're going to travel up and be here for every game. There are obviously certain individuals who've got other things to do occasionally, but
that's spot on.
On the whole, they're going to be here for all 3 days, all 3 games across the whole squad.
That's brilliant.
I think with the 17s that the squad selections have actually been done really, really well. The sides look to be really, really well balanced, and obviously a few players, like you said, missing for certain. They've got the 2 big players.
For two rounds.
Yeah, Fateh was injured, and we had Ollie and Reeve that aren't here today, who are obviously away with Worcestershire. Alex Ward, broken thumb, so big players, but generally the balance of the sides is very, very good at full strength. With the men's, I don't think it's a case of deliberate selection in that way, but maybe from the you'll be able to see more from the commentary areas. But it looks to me like the balance of the sides isn't quite right. The Vipers to me looks spot on in terms of general balance on the pitch, batters, bowlers, fielders. Our side is very batting. Warriors men's side is very batting heavy with some good fielders, but not much bowling.
My biggest issue with yours is you're all old.
We are old.
You've really struggled with availability.
Yeah, availability, and we are old. The Lions side, they've just got 6 or 7 really good seamers. Batting's okay. Fielding's not all that, but the seam power in that side's brilliant. And then the Hurricanes, unfortunately for them, they've just been stuck with 6 or 7 spinners. So that balance of which seamers are on which side, that could be looked at. So maybe the men's needs a bit of a rejig.
Something I was thinking about earlier, in terms of it would apply to this situation pretty well. There doesn't seem to be any benefit in finishing second rather than third.
Right.
Do you think we can create? I'm asking off the top of my head, but I think we can create some way of making there be I'm not saying a cash prize because we all know it'd be coming out of your pocket, Anish. But or mine.
I like the ironic giggle there.
Yeah. But there must be a way we could maybe benefit the team that finishes second over third and try and keep every game live.
You mentioned a while back actually, which I think we should have gone with. We probably still could go with it, I think, but having it so that the men's competition is a competition, 17s is, 15s is, 13s is. However, you're playing for overall points from all 4 categories to give an overall winner.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
That way, the men's players feel like potentially they need to support their junior sides a bit more.
Yeah.
The juniors need to support the men a bit more and make it a bit of a wholehearted approach.
And obviously in this instance as well, the Vipers here picking up an extra point on court 2 might help the Vipers
it might help them overall
win the whole tournament.
Yeah, I agree with that. That'd be a good incentive.
The first one I had in mind actually was around a draft system, around
Shot.
but it doesn't quite work because it doesn't quite promote the pathway that we want. But you get, if you finish bottom, you get 4th pick, or I suppose that's the wrong way around to what Americans do it, isn't it? But maybe some reward of you get as the men's team. If you finish 4th, you get the 4th pick.
Yeah,
of the draft. That's a bit
I don't know. I mean,
I suppose,
yeah.
I think that's how we should do it next year, though. An actual
draft.
4 captains, 4 coaches, players worth a certain amount of points, not money. And
I'm
pick
about to
sides
say
based on a value, a bit like fantasy football league.
But yeah, bit like the fantasy league, bit like the 100.
Do you think the men's should be a separate category in that respect then? The juniors I think works, and I'll just keep picking it and
I feel the juniors
17s.
has worked fairly well. Obviously with the 17s being on the same day as the men's, I do feel like it's worked.
And Dazzler has
worked
got
quite
a bit
well.
of style about him.
Yeah, he has.
It's a lovely down up there for the bowling of Jack
I actually
Ranganathan.
think he's been arguably the find of the tournament. In that I think the National League that he played in the round before was his first time he'd ever played indoor.
Yeah.
Brotherhood here is just going with the football mentality that he's lost one game and therefore he's out.
And they've not even lost yet. Not even one skin into their batting innings.
That's a great shot.
But no, Kieran, so that, from a playing point of view, that's what I would change.
Yep.
I think the kits are nice. They serve their purpose. They do look okay. I don't know if what the viewers at home think, but certainly here it gives you an identity and things. I think the sponsors.
I think the consistency of the design as well is nice to see.
Yeah. Thank you to all the sponsors once again, because it's never easy to give hard-earned money away. But thank you to all of them that have supported. There are different sponsors for the 13s, 15s.
Yep.
So we'll see what they are and be interested in what that is.
Yeah, the junior 13s, 15s, the parents have been really keen to get involved and have brought either sponsors or partnerships that they already have existing. They've brought that into the game, which is nice to see. It means that none of the 13s or 15s have had to pay for any kit.
Yeah, just spot on. Yeah. And I think generally a bit of feedback I've had is that other people will be involved next year. They really like watching it on the YouTube, and I've had people saying to me that, how do I get involved? Like, even I sponsor the trophies next year.
That's good.
I'd like to do that. So that's one thing. For me, in terms of the layout of the day, I think we need to go a bit more to 2 games of juniors in the morning, 1 men's game, followed by the juniors, and then 2 men's games. Just because, they're here from 11 till 9 p.m.
There's
It's a long day for the juniors, isn't it?
Yeah,
keeping them here all day.
I think, because if you've got families and kids and that.
It's a long day for me, where I have to be here for the first kids game, and then I'm going to end up commentating on the last game as well. I mean,
Badger.
Yeah, but you love it.
You do love it. You do love it.
Yeah, it's all right. No, I do.
Good job.
That's 6 over square leg, but caught by the keeper.
Yeah, so I was talking to a lecturer at uni the other day. Interested to take your two's impression on this, as both fellas who do some coaching. Constraints-based coaching is quite common in outdoor cricket. You would take a
shot.
Great shot. You take a drill, you take a skill in cricket, and then you constrain it by making it more difficult. So you might say to a fielder, I want you to do this run out, but instead of having 3 stumps, I'm going to have 1. You change the requirement of the skill to make it more difficult. I consider indoor cricket to be a constraints-based game, because if you hit the ball in the air, you're out. You don't have your full run up. You don't have as long to field the ball. You have all these constraints put on you in a game of cricket, in order to make it a game and to make it more interesting. So my point really is, just as we get another run out, do we? No, not give him in. He must have called in.
Yeah, he said in.
Yeah. As well, what I'm getting to is, the benefit for the junior players that we're seeing here when they go into outdoor cricket, do you see them? Where do you see them improving most? Because they're basically playing a constraints-based game all winter.
Well, to me, specifically bowling-wise, it gives you a level of discipline. You got to bowl it straight. If you bowl it down the leg, generally down the leg side, you'll get a wide.
Ethan into the attack.
Bowl it too wide outside the off stump, you get a wide. So it just teaches you to bowl a little bit straighter, keep your foot behind the line. Yep. For me, that I've never ever bowled an indoor front foot no ball.
No, you remember that time in the World Cup when they called you a no ball and you lost it? You actually never. It's not happened in 20 years.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I was fuming because I've never ever no balled. I still live to this day.
Oh no,
that didn't happen. I don't care.
Really?
No ball, World Cup or no World Cup. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. They're cheating.
He must have been welcomed up by Matt Wheatcroft.
Yeah, he might get it. Yeah.
Super League umpire Chris Mosley. Sorry. So to go back to Anish, you're an outdoor coach.
The thing that I've picked up a lot, and I see it more and more now, is the fielding. The little skills, the more that the game's focusing on T20 outdoors, the 100, other short versions of the game, the different skills just to release the ball quicker. I don't know, the viewers at home may have seen Ben Stokes the other day against South Africa. He was fielding on the boundary. From the boundary, just flicked it in, reverse flick, just because he's already turned his body on that side. And you see a lot of the New Zealanders, Guptill and people like that, they do it a lot.
I'd be amazed if Stokes didn't play some indoor cricket growing up.
At some point, yeah.
He does so many things that are indoor skills, and I'm like, nah, he can't be doing this by accident.
I think players like him, there's a flair player, isn't he? So, you're gonna try different things. Yeah. You're gonna see things and go, yeah, I'm gonna give that a go.
I just think he must have seen it. He flicks deliberate, like he flicks it in the way that you would flick it if you were an indoor cricketer as well. He's not just
Oh yeah. It's the technique on it.
He plays down and ups consistently in Test cricket.
Yeah, but they always tell you. Obviously, you know more than I will here, Anish, by playing a much higher level. Obviously, you taught it.
Don't hit it as far as you though, Sheedy.
Basically, hit it into the floor, aren't you?
Yeah. So for me, that's me personally, that's one of the biggest things that I found helped me with my outdoor game. Prior to 2011, 12, 13, when I did play a little bit of first class, was this down and up as an opening batsman. Outdoors, playing that red ball cricket and hitting the ball that late helped me. Obviously, you can see from my indoor game, I rarely hit it past the 3 line, and that's because of the way I like to play my shots is down and up for 2 in the front court, but I try and stay very tight. And without a doubt, anybody coach that says to me, that this game doesn't help, I can tell you specifically from that example alone that it helped me 100% for my outdoor game.
I agree.
And you can still see it with Kane Williams and people now.
Yeah, I don't see how it doesn't help you. The arguments for and against it,
I think it's.
I think it far outweighs.
Yeah, I think it's a really reduced argument. It doesn't help. I appreciate it doesn't help with T20 batting. If you're,
it's not.
The skills for T20 are so wildly different.
For you to actually
play
properly, I feel it does help you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so red
to be able to play properly,
it helps red ball skills, not T20 skills.
Yeah, and for me the big thing is. It's like any version of the game, any purist out there. If you're looking at T20 cricket, if you played Test match cricket, if you played T20 cricket wrong, if you play
100%.
Bad shots, it's going to affect your
outdoor
game
game
negatively.
Yeah. Agreed.
It's any shot. If you start hitting it over long on for 6, but you start doing it with your head leaning back and hands in front of yourself, it's a bad shot.
Yeah.
And that can carry on into your red ball format in any other way. So for me, it's just a case of if you do the wrong things, yes, naturally it's going to make you a bad habit. And if you do the right things, it's a good thing.
I actually have exactly the same argument when anyone says to me that for bowlers it's bad when you try and bowl too fast.
Yeah.
Because I coach quite a lot of fast bowlers. Matt, who's bowling now, when he was 11 or 12, I had him for a year at Aerowash before he got into the Derbyshire squad. And we added a lot of pace to him.
Good shot.
But one of the things that I would regularly have to say to him in games was, Matt, you don't need to try and bowl at 100 miles an hour. He was trying to bowl too fast. And when I see kids trying to bowl too fast in indoor, I feel the same is true. You don't need to try and bowl too fast. If you are fast, it comes.
It'll come anyway.
Speaking of fast,
Nav
walks
Rocket
past.
Man, the original Rocket Man.
Don't make a joke about my glasses, Anish.
I don't.
Sheely likes them.
I don't.
She likes
They're better than the ones that he said he was going to buy.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's just an interesting one for me. I know I spoke to Anish a little bit about this, but I'm intending to hopefully provide some objective information around indoor. Just got a few lions all gathering up together.
We've got a few lions gathering around here.
Look at the pride. Look at the pride.
Look at him. Tell you what, though, Adam Shepherd's beard is looking outstanding. I reckon he's had a recent trim.
He's been to them Turkish barbers.
He has been to Turkish barbers. Look at that.
He's had tabs waxed
Stunning.
and all. In English, that's he is.
To Birmingham and been on a fucking interview like you badges. Simple as that. It's not live, is it? Sorry.
Apologies for that, if anybody heard.
Apologies, yeah.
It is live, yeah.
It is live, and we do have 11-year-olds
you can bring the
watching
man out
quite
of
regularly.
Derby, but you can't.
Nottingham, thank you. It's a shame we're not going to watch Adam bowl at Anish now, because he would have.
Adam
really
actually, you know what? Funnily enough,
a red.
I was in Nottingham when
at
Marlene when Shep was playing for Nottingham down there, and I watched Tom Clark bowl this bit of a short ball, hit Adam, on the gloves, almost hit him in the face, and I said, just turned around and went, Tom, I'm not sure that was the best idea, pal. And he kind of went, why? And I said, just wait and see. So I was really looking forward to this. First ball.
I've got a great story about that. Years ago, I played for Derby Uni against Shep in an indoor game, and you won't even remember. And one of the lads who played with us, he bounced you, and you hooked it and got caught. And and you said to him something along the lines of, "Do you know who I am?" Right? Not exactly that. Not exactly like that.
Wow.
But it was around, not exactly those words, but it was around the fact that he bowled a bouncer at you. And
I got him back.
yeah. I'm messing with you.
Yeah, well, back to my story.
Wait.
Oh, this is great. No,
So
wait.
I then get told, oh, Kieran, you're opening with Johnny, right? So I'm now thinking, oh, like rubbish. Yeah, I'm about to get bowled at by Shep here, aren't I? Nicely, you bowled slow at me and then bowled absolute rockets at him whilst he was on strike.
Mate, I've got no
Well, I'll tell you what.
It was my first memory of being genuinely terrified for my life.
Tom Clark warning him. I said to him, be careful. He went, no, don't worry, it'll be fine. He's all right. It just slipped out of my hands. Bouncer. First ball was a beamer. Almost took his throat out.
He bowled me a bouncer.
Here we go.
Next ball hit him for 7.
Yeah.
And then when I bowled first ball, I bowled him a beamer.
Beamer, yeah. straight at the forehead.
Shep won.
So Shep won.
What a guy.
You played me perfect, fine earlier. There's no pace here. There's no pace in this wicket. You've got a ball full.
You have got a ball full. Yeah.
The shorter you bowl, it sticks into the ground.
Believe it or not, he actually is speaking really good sense.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
He has played for England outdoors, so what do you expect?
Oh, he's played a bit.
He
has played a bit.
He's bowled a
I
few
said he's
balls.
one of the
Loves
most
the yellow ball as
highly
well.
paid players in the Nottingham League.
Wouldn't know.
All it's going to do is stick. You have the ball full. Simple as that. The pace will come through the air.
And so why suddenly were you swinging it away earlier?
Mate, I'd love to know.
I don't know.
He don't know, he just bowls up and
It's a
down.
nice shot from Fateh. He's
It was going.
gone through his schoolmate Josh there to get a back net shot.
Wheatcross brother. He was bowling earlier. I was watching him. He was trying to bowl short. I said, mate, you bowled him powder puffs. Bowled it full, and his last 2 went through quick.
Reminds me a
All
little
it's
bit.
going to do is hit that carpet and stick. That's all it will do. 'Cause it's a soft ball as well. You get no pace.
Are you looking forward to the outdoor season, Adam?
No.
No?
No.
Forest Hall, when I'm happy.
And
Forest go.
how close are Forest to going up?
This ain't being interviewed, is it? It is, yeah.
Look, loves the big white ball as well.
Right, we'll go back to the game, shall we? Adam doesn't want to be in this.
He loves it. He loves it more than us.
Loves the yellow ball.
They're for doing the cameras.
They do all the cameras and stuff.
You like the YouTube lads?
Yeah. So Louis there into the leg side.
Yeah.
Nicely.
So on court 2, Warriors stole that second skin by some margin and actually look like winning the game now. So it looks like Vipers are going.
Cabby is an ultimate badger from Shep.
Cab here.
Cabby. Whatever his name is, Cabby, whatever. Just say he is a badger from Shep.
Shep would like to let Kabir know that he is the ultimate badger.
Who else can we mention? Annie's Patel having throwdowns at 2 a.m. in the morning.
Matt Carter.
Matt Carter, you want to think about him?
No, you. Matt Carter.
Dropping names here.
It's all good, lad.
We've got a proper badger here. Ben Scott, proper badger.
Better, Alex.
He is.
Oh, he is.
And fitter.
Is that looking or?
There is nothing wrong.
Guys, we need to
with
get back to the
Alex
game.
Scott.
We need to get back to the game.
Yeah.
We need to get back to the game here.
I'll keep on knocking that over.
Yeah.
Sorry, they need an extension cable.
So Joe Wilson coming on. He's
there we go,
off
that's
spin
lovely.
bowler. Back in, not the Joe Wilson. He's an off spin bowler for Denby.
So you know earlier, these lot all went subway, and there was three lads outside the room, and he shouted, and they got chased in. And this is not the area you want to be shouting at to people, because people get stabbed regularly. And all of them, there's like 6 of them, ran back in, they come and hide down the bottom corner. Because he shouted,
Bit of a character is Joe, I reckon.
yeah.
So off spin bowler into the Derbyshire Academy this winter at under 15s. Bowling to Fateh, turning the ball away from him. Fateh, clean strike with the ball. He's hit a few 5s so far. Gets the outside edge.
It's a lovely action, lovely revs on that as well.
Yeah, he does spin the ball a lot. The MVP of the National Cup, wasn't
It was,
he?
yeah, National Cup.
Fateh was, sorry. And then
Fateh, he was second, I believe.
second.
But he had a fantastic tournament. And the only thing that let him down was that in the final. He got out a couple of times, and otherwise he would have finished ahead of Fateh.
Pressure in the final, wasn't it? Yeah. So, one skin done, but second
Big
skin.
skin here at 41. Oh, it's hit the hand hard at the
good
back.
field,
there.
no one.
I don't know if you saw that on the camera, but Fateh Singh has come down the wicket and absolutely smoked that.
So Joe in again. Now to Louis, uses his feet. Off the corner, catch.
And a little parry on.
Yeah, he's palmed it on.
Yeah, a little pass, flick from over the ropes.
That's literally one of my drills. One of my drills, throw it up into the corner and then have the kid palm it back for someone to do the reaction catch.
You don't do that.
Yeah, I like a few.
He does a lot of drills.
I've got a lot of variation drills.
Really?
Yeah, you want to introduce a bit of chaos into it.
Christ. Imagine doing that with the men.
Yeah, there's a reason I don't coach the men's team.
I won't bother.
Not till Melbourne, anyway. You looking forward?
Sheedy, coming to Melbourne?
I don't know, am I?
No, I'm asking you.
Don't know, you're going to make it cheaper?
You stay with me and my aunt if you want.
I'm just going to put that out there.
You stay with me and my aunt if you want.
Either make it cheaper or I'll save it and go to South Africa for 3 weeks.
What do you want to go there for?
The year after. Come to South Africa the year after.
Yeah, with the juniors.
Oh, that's a good point, actually.
JWS.
Junior World Series.
2021.
Thanks for that,
I
Kieran.
wonder how many of our
I believe Johannesburg.
Yeah.
Take a look
I've not been there.
We'll take a
Sharon.
look up to Sun City. A couple of days up there.
I wonder how many of the
nice.
current players listening will be going. I know for a fact that a lot of the under-13s watch these.
Well,
Like Rory will be watching, the Midland Wildcats will be
Spencer
watching.
will be watching, etc.
Yeah.
You've got to work hard, lads.
How's
You've got
that?
to get into that final 12.
Yeah.
It's a trip of a lifetime, to be honest. So work hard, get your heads down. If that's your aim to go to that, then put the yards in.
So Joe bowling now, the leg spinner. He's cut Cameron in half. And it's just gone down with
Anish
cramp.
Patel is just suffering with a little bit of cramp, ladies and gentlemen. That's just 2 games, not 3. He's got another one to go.
He's already struggling.
And he's already cramping
Down
up.
the wicket from Cameron, well fielded.
That's called age, my friends. That is called age.
Oh my God.
Jack with a fantastic bit of fielding that everybody missed because we're all laughing at Anish.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Well done, Jack.
Really didn't see that.
So Joe giving it a bit of flight, getting it to spin. Cameron trying to use his feet, but ended up getting run out. Well, how will Aaron play? Powerful from Aaron. Well fielded at the back from Connor.
What I like is they're still going for the win.
Yeah, they're not. I think they're not what kids
rolling
don't
over.
usually die wondering, do they?
Nah. On the other court, I think it's safe to say it is over in the 17s category as the Warriors take the second skin of the game. That means a Hurricanes win at the under-17s. A Hurricanes win. Any parents at home? The boys have brought it home. Well played to the Hurricanes.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. They haven't realised yet. They still haven't made a noise in the whole game.
I can see Connor Johnson at the back. He's giving it a
Yeah, he clapped 3 times.
Yeah.
So Ethan coming on to bowl. Ethan G.
Ethan G.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Waiting
What's he going to bowl? What's he going to bowl?
Looks really happy about it as well.
Pace. He's bowling pace.
Is he as quick as Jamie Hall?
Pure pace.
Are you going to be as quick as Jamie Hall?
As quick as Jamie Hall? No, not yet. Not yet.
Not quite. The
Give
Warmley
it a
lads. Shout out to Warmley. It's a lovely
Aaron.
shot.
Down up 3, well
Well fielded
fielded.
by Connor at the back.
That's like 3 in a row Connor's hit now. He's a very strong fielder at the back court.
I like him, you know.
Yeah.
I've seen him play for Notts, mate. And he played against us when he was about 14, playing in National League, and he was actually the best player on the court.
Yeah, that's that 3 drive I like, by the way. Yeah, I agree.
He was the best player on the court. I was like, you shouldn't be playing for Notts,
In
mate.
terms of looking at players who could go up into the Hurricanes next year, you'd certainly say Connor should be looking at that.
I'm just
where is he sit?
safeguarding hat on right now. I'm just watching Roy over there. What's going on over there? Keep an eye on it, lads.
I've heard about him.
Trumas.
Keep an eye on it.
Ethan comes into bowl. Tucks Cameron up nicely.
Yeah, well bowled there by Ethan G.
Trumas and all that.
Oh, that's not a good shot on the court.
I'll get involved.
Short of a length. Cameron.
Flat drive for 3.
Drive, yeah.
Tell you though, if they can get this up to 80, 85
Might.
in this game on.
Might have
Yeah.
a bit of a shot, eh?
Yeah, they won't die wondering.
Oops.
Oh, he's giving it the kitchen sink there.
Got back though.
Missed it. Dive to get back in.
That's the kind of shot that puts your back out. That one.
Yeah.
His dad wouldn't play that, would he? His dad would have
No.
downed up that
No.
for 2.
Oh, His dad would have
he'd
put that into the
stayed in his
springs.
stayed in his crease and just dunked it for 2.
Down.
Well,
up
interesting,
to-
they use the same bat. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did know that. Yeah.
Father, son, sharing the bat.
What would happen when they play together?
They stay swappo, they give it.
Yeah,
crossover.
swap
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, drop it and run.
Yeah,
Drop
nice.
and run.
Drop
yeah,
and
like
run.
baseball.
Yeah.
No wonder they're so good at diving in. They have to use their arms. Maybe they carry a spare. So Matt coming into bowl.
Yeah, nice. Oh, good run.
Yeah.
Good run. They see
Caught-
Jack
Pinched
caught
it,
Jack
sitting
back a bit.
deeper.
Yeah,
I think they know.
Daydreaming,
that-
I think.
I think they know that he's going to go back. No. So kids have this thing that instead of cutting off the angle, they sit back. So Anish, if someone's hitting the back net quite regularly, one of the things I try and get them to do is to go closer to cut off angles.
Yeah.
And instead they often sit back thinking that that's actually the way to get.
well,
them.
it's there to try and build the pressure and make the court look smaller.
Yeah. They think that you get more catches off the side as well when you do it. Sometimes it's true.
Sometimes that works.
We tend to just put them straighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cuts the court down.
Whoa! Decent hit there from Brown.
Yeah.
Slap of the hands at the back by Matty Myers.
Matt,
I think he'll be disappointed.
Matt,
Drop
was that a
catch.
drop catch?
Yeah.
Drop catch.
Badger corner.
I think you mean the Badger set.
Shot.
That's a lovely shot for 2.
Did they even run?
No, they didn't run with that glorious down up 2.
Brazier would
Well,
have been jogging up
down.
the other end, screaming with excitement
Well,
over
he
that
would have
shot.
shouted 2 before he hit it. And it was 1.
That's a wide.
Brazier's part of the original 2014 squad, so big up. 2014.
Can you name the whole squad?
The big-
Hashtag.
2014?
Yeah.
I can name the 7 fit players.
Oh, it was 3 earlier when we were talking to
yeah,
Sheed.
there was-
And I couldn't believe Sheed was in that.
There's only 3 that were sort of like not injured at any point. Ever.
Yeah.
One was.
I can't
think
believe
one
Sheed
was
was in
Liam.
that.
It was Liam.
One was me,
Yeah.
and one was you.
He's back
Which
again,
is
isn't he?
surprising.
And
That's,
Gunny-
it's
and
telling
Gunny-
its toll,
Yeah.
taking its toll now, isn't
And
it?
Gunny played whilst injured.
Yeah,
As he does.
Gunny carried on injured. Yeah.
No, I can name that squad in 2014. It was El Brazier, Arsheed, A. Patel, El Gunn, Lee Evans, Mubin Rashid, Dave Tainton, Brad Moore, Andy Fulton, Mike Bondyke, Stefan Van Dyke,
This is great badgery knowledge.
and yeah, I said Brad. I think that's name 12 there.
I don't know. I
Tom
wasn't
Mellor.
counting.
And Tom Mellor, number 12. Tom Mellor, what's he doing nowadays, guys?
He's back.
Anyone?
Plays at Derby.
Plays at Derby?
Playing in Division 2. Northern Knights.
actually listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strap it on. Get to the ground. Strap it on.
Was that? Do people actually listen to this? Did Adam Shepherd
I think
post
he
a
watches
video
this,
recording
yeah, of
us
this.
speaking about him last
Yeah.
time?
Yeah, and he's back again for more, isn't he?
Back again for more.
Absolutely loves it.
He loves it.
Absolutely loves it.
Says there's no seats up the other end. Full of rubbish. full of pure
He doesn't want to sit in
rubbish.
front of the fire exit.
So, interesting fact about 2014 World Cup, while Liam is sitting near us.
Say interesting.
He is the only player, probably in World Cup history, to have batted for 11 overs during a game and bowled 5. In one game. And I bet the viewers at home are wondering how that happened. All right, Mr. T.
You're not going to bowl gas next game. Like, bowl 2 over to Liam said.
What was going on over there earlier? So,
Okay, so we're 115 to win. 74 was the score. Final pair coming in now. Sheedy, how do you rate their chances? The batting team.
I'll tell you what, Lions taking that skin as well.
They still haven't won it yet. They need to.
Younger
I
Kabir is
don't
batting
know.
right now.
Oh yeah, Case.
Mini cabs.
Mini cabs.
Mini cabs.
They need to win this to win the.
He just needs some longer chances.
Yeah, he actually asked if he could buy more, didn't he? Yeah, he
Yeah, he
asked
did
a few
ask.
times. He has asked.
Yeah, he did ask.
He ordered youths despite being nearly 6 foot.
Clever lad.
So yeah, the viewers at home may be wondering how somebody batted 11 overs in a game.
I imagine there was an injury.
It was against South Africa as well.
It was against South Africa, yeah.
They really liked him.
An injury, is that what you're calling? Injury?
Oh, great chance by Jack.
How many injuries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had 2 injuries.
Did you?
Yeah, I
I'm
was
not
gonna say
sure. I'm
two
not sure you
batsmen
opened,
injured.
did you?
We had 2
Because
people
I batted
injured.
with you. I batted with you.
No, you batted second, third, fourth.
It's nice from Sebi, good feet.
I
and
thought
then
you
nice
batted
good hands.
second, third, and fourth pair.
Yeah, me and Mubs open, we got the skin.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then
Then me and him. I think me and him
Second.
batted second
And
pair.
then he batted, because first over when Brad got injured,
Yeah.
he batted 3 overs, and then he batted 4 overs.
Played again by Case.
They're
Just
really
using the
enjoying
spin and the
playing.
bounce that Joe.
Pure hatred. I
has,
mean, all he did
got.
was a few blocks and a few choice words, as Liam does, and, you know,
Get
funnily
away
enough,
ball.
they fell out with him.
Get away ball.
It was more, yeah, I mean, I think he just kept referring.
Lubber really liked him, didn't he?
Yeah, Lubber loved him.
Lubber.
Yeah, Marius
Lubber.
absolutely
Marius.
loves Liam. I think it was the fact he kept referring to the fact that South Africa have a tendency to TB things, you know. That's the way it is, I guess.
He's back again.
We would do right, but he wouldn't do it.
Anish, thoughts on who's going to win this game from here?
This game, Hurricanes, I think now all the way.
Hurricanes all the way.
They still, well, a little stump breakage at the top there, not penalised.
It was a good example of that in the last game as well, wasn't it?
I thought so. Blake.
Yeah,
I thought Blake was very lucky not
I
to
thought
get
he was
minus 5.
extremely lucky. I think he threw it. The umpire called over after he threw it, but it hit the stumps after it hit over.
Oh, okay.
So I think he let him
think
get away with it.
I-
But I still
I
thought it
would
was a
say.
very
To be honest, I
risky-
thought it was very,
Petulant.
very risky.
Yeah, very risky. Just a lack of
I
discipline.
sat here and said it to you, didn't I? Kieran?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
I said he's very lucky. So,
Gents, just as we the final skin of this game, what's our predictions for the next Lions versus Vipers? The pace of the
I think
Lions attack,
I think that's the game of the day, isn't it?
it will be the game of
to
the
be
day,
honest.
yeah. Game of the tournament.
I think you need to get the conversation that second week we weren't here, we got it. If we was all here, we would win it by now.
So I believe what Adam Shepherd, if you can hear him, is referring to is week 2.
Unfortunately, on holiday, so
We
I'm pretty sure that Adam was meant to play in that round.
Adam was meant to play. I think he just missed his train.
quick Benidorm, mate. Altercation in the no comment.
Come on, with his 20 nuggets, his chicken mayo, and his bucket of mayo.
Right, so Jack Ranganathan into bowl, left arm seamer. He's just moved to Essex, by the way, from
Oh, he has,
Northants.
from Northants.
Yeah.
Is that a family move or?
I'm not overly sure, if I'm perfectly honest. I haven't asked
thought
him
you'd
yet.
know that.
I watched
Come
it.
on.
I watched him last game. He was steady bowler.
Yeah, he's a good bowler. He actually
Steady.
has 300s as well in county cricket.
You know what? Another improvement would be for next year.
Go on.
I'd like a list of the players and a few facts, just to give us a bit. You know,
You're going to pay me to do the research on everyone?
research a bit about their personal lives.
I don't think
That's
that's
it.
allowed in underage players.
I don't think we need to
Pretty
know
sure
that
you're
fact,
not
Roy.
allowed to.
For next day.
Or fielded, Matt.
And that's out.
Yeah, that's nicely fielded. That was reminiscent of Shepherd on
Mini
offline.
Liam Brazier there with the run out.
I don't know.
Yeah, genuinely.
You got Shepard's back to.
I honestly do not know.
In the first 2 weeks.
And you go, what's late? First 2 weeks.
Yeah, sorry.
We had 10,000 views. Came up on YouTube, 10,000 views.
Are you at uni then, or you central? I don't know, mate. I genuinely don't know.
It's from Wales.
Oh, how the fuck am I supposed to know that?
Wait, come from the accent.
Talking again. Swansea or Cardiff?
I don't know what to say.
Swansea or Cardiff?
None of it.
Wrexham?
Yeah.
New? Really?
So Jack into bowl.
Oh, bowls.
Except you were just naming football teams.
I can't see. Was that out? Not out.
Swansea or Cardiff?
If you can't see, I can't see either.
Anish is the only one who can actually see
I
at the
actually
moment.
can't
There's
see.
too
I've
many
got
people
Mr.
stood in the
Mr.
way.
Guinea Van and a friend.
Are you uni as well?
I've got
Kelso's
Braz.
Oh, well.
And
All in
Adam.
the way.
So you lot think I'm taking the mick, but I'm not. I'm asking a genuine question.
With
Let's
that?
take it out.
I don't think. I understand.
What to do?
So Wilson onto bowl, off spinner.
Wilson. Fancies himself as a bit of a road man earlier.
Yeah, he's got a word to say, hasn't he?
Got a few words to
Mr.
say.
Wilson. Down up nicely from Mini Kabir.
You're number one. You're worse than what? Needs bad. I'm not having that.
Not having it.
Far number one.
Shot again from
Shot.
Sebi.
Should be out.
That's out.
Oh, so Matt's created the run out there.
And how many?
Not sure the sprint through made it, but
Offer me 40 grand, I'll come with.
If they ran harder.
yeah, I think if he'd have ran hard and got the dive out like Shaff and Blake
I don't know about.
earlier.
Yeah, I'm not sure it needed to get the dive out. It just needed to run
Yeah, as
rather
opposed to
than
jog.
jog it.
Why? What happens there?
Yeah.
Who fights?
So-
It's the car being broken into all the time. It's like the fights, mate. There's no fights in there.
Yeah, to see if yeah.
Joe coming in again to bowl, off spinner.
Oh, rare drop there by Connor at the back.
Anish got very excited by that.
Yeah, Barlane lad that Connor.
Talk about the sea.
Yeah, actually, that's good point that by Shepherd. Actually, these yellow balls that we're using here, the seam is a bit bigger, a bit more prominent. So those that do show it, a little bit of
more
seam
movement.
Yeah, a bit in, bit out. Oh, that's a horrendous shot.
Yeah, it's an easy stumping for Ethan. Tricked in the flight.
Yeah.
This game is all
Wilson
but
just
done.
drawing him down the pitch there.
Is there a presentation
Massive
today,
hack.
Anish? No, it's at presentation night, isn't it? There's going to be an awards evening that you're going to organise for us, aren't you?
No, Duncan organised it.
Anish is going to organise an awards
Shep will
evening.
be
At Barlane. Yeah.
Yeah,
To
you'll
present
be
the
here.
awards to the winners.
Will you present some awards at the ex-England player? You and Luke Holman. Who? Luke Holman.
Pay for it.
No, it'd be nice to present some awards. Give something back to cricket.
Give something back to cricket. What about?
You play for England. Come on.
What's that got to do with those?
Yeah, get some trophies out for the young lads. Not outdoors.
Don't matter.
I ain't as good as you.
Years ago, mate, lots happened. Like the holidays.
Likes Benidorm, doesn't he?
Like Spain.
So final
Is that the
over.
official story as to where you were? By the
Dennis
way.
to bowl.
I was in Benidorm for 2 nights.
Charlie to bowl. Charlie Dennis.
Yep. Interesting, 'cause he usually, so far, has bowled quite a few wides. So to go last over with someone who bowls lots of wides, we could be here a while.
Mini cabs with the early boundary.
Yeah, this is, so Adam, your friend Kabir, Ultimate Badger. This is Mini Kabir.
Mini Kabir batting. No, batting, not bowling.
That's a catch, isn't it?
No ball.
No
It's a
ball,
no
not given.
ball. Oh,
Game on
So there's
here.
one of the
Three
extras, I
runs.
said.
yeah, where's one extra?
Could be game on here.
Ball.
Forget about
Oh,
this
yeah.
for a sec. Can we win the thing or not?
Yes.
You're lying.
That's a rookie error there by Wilson. Feet on the line, just offline there. You might see no ball.
Never
so
catch
still
Sheffield
5
doing
balls
that.
to go.
Good spot by Mosley though.
Mini Kabir on strike. Oh, and a drop.
Drop catch.
He's hit that hard. I'll tell you, a couple of foot higher, that'd have been a definite 7. Glover with the very hard hands.
Map, map.
You badger.
Like, I mean, it's like you've been playing there.
You contact, let's go.
Another opportunity, Josh.
Glover,
Another drop. Oh my goodness me. He's having a nightmare.
Glover the juggler.
To replay that.
He's having a nightmare, this boy.
That's a shame because he's usually got very good hands. So.
Well, they haven't got the gut of Anish to catch it in, have they?
It doesn't get
Some
stuck
stick,
in there,
some
does
don't,
it?
mate. Some stick, some don't.
Kept swearing we couldn't do it. Thank you.
No ball again! It's another no ball.
This
I
game is
tell
on.
you what, it's game on.
What is going on here?
Game on.
Are the Hurricanes trying to lose?
Oh, that was done.
Oh, an overthrow!
What is going on here? I'm not even sure how many runs has been scored.
Nobody
sevens.
has a clue what's going
2
on.
7s will do it here.
Isn't it the last ball? Have you got that picture from the other day? From earlier?
I didn't say James.
Niche.
Charlie into bowl.
Oh, big
what a
licks.
strike!
Licked it, but only 4.
Mini cabs. Mini
That's a
cabs
shame.
showing his
It looked like
style
7.
here.
Map, map.
Because he does it every ball. Charlie then, can he finish? Is this the last ball?
It's last ball, 7 for the skin. 7 for the skin. What Sydenham got in the locker?
No.
No ball, no.
No ball.
Someone
it's
shouted
not
no ball.
a no
That's
ball.
what it
Somebody
was.
shouted no ball.
I think that was Ben. And there it is. So
a
the
finish.
The
Hurricanes 17 and
Hurricanes
under.
win the Super League at under 17s.
Fantastic effort, fellas. They've been consistent across all 3 days.
Interesting because of the fact that the senior Hurricanes are dead last and haven't won a game. 9 points in 8 games.
Thank you, Anish.
Guys, don't leave us. We've got a couple of interviews. If we can get the Hurricanes captain up here, that would be absolutely fantastic.
You're on here. Come on, Matt. Get on there, son.
Hi guys, so we are with the Hurricane 17 side, a few of the guys here, Captain Matt Myers, backcourt fielder Connor Johnson, and backnet slapper Josh Glover. Lads, firstly congratulations, absolutely amazing to secure a first Super League win for under 17s level and anything to do in this country, so well done. How have you found it?
I think the format's been good, it's different this time. And I think it's better to bring all the players who deserve a chance to kind of prove themselves. They get that chance to prove themselves.
Yeah, I feel like it's been tough every week, so the teams have been really equal, and I'm pleased that we didn't all play on the same teams as we were in the National League. So we had to switch teams and we had to play against our friends.
Yeah, and touching on that then, obviously, Josh, you go to school at Trent with Fateh, and like you said, you're playing against guys that you play with at like Nottingham or Derby, etc. What's it like playing against your friends and you're not being in the same team, and how do you find that? Does it inspire you to do better than they do, etc.?
Well, you obviously play with people you don't know as well, so like at the start, some people are a bit nervous because they want to impress, but then as soon as you get comfortable and you're playing against your mates, it's easier and the pressure's off a bit because everyone's having a bit of fun but still taking it seriously. So obviously you want to get your mates out a bit more than anyone else, but it just gives you the will, to be honest with you.
And same question to Matt, but obviously a bit more of an England twist on it. Obviously you're part of the England squad, you have been for the last World Cup, playing against your England mates in this kind of competition.
Yeah, there's nothing better than getting them out really. It's always nice to have a little battle with them, getting their heads, upset them a bit, but all friendly banter really, good fun.
And the last question from me, guys, as a Hurricane side, why do you think you guys have ended up winning this competition?
Yeah, I think we just bonded really well quickly, and we all got to know each other very quickly, so we knew our strengths and weaknesses. And for the captain Matt for choosing the bowlers and the batting order, which worked so well.
I think, like Connor said, the team morale was always high. We always got on really well. I mean, everyone got good game time. We all performed well, I thought.
And for the guys at Red Iris, this is the guys behind us here. YouTube, enjoyed it being live streamed?
Yeah, good. We go out for lunch and watch the men. So, watch what they're doing.
Yeah, it's good because you get to go and watch yourself.
Yeah.
Smack your mates for 7. So.
A few videos on social media.
Yeah. Well.
Thank you very much for your time, guys, and don't leave us, guys. We're hopefully going to be getting Mubin Rashid with us soon, the captain of the Lions, just to talk to us before this big game. Obviously, Vipers versus Lions, winner kind of take all. Vipers have a few points advantage, but let's see who can win in the men's category. Thank you very much. Hi guys, just before we start the last game, Vipers versus Lions, I've got two of the Lions players with me. Unfortunately, Captain Rashid is batting first, opening up, so he can't join us. Joined by Nav Patel and Ollie Green, batting down the end, I believe. So guys, massive game. Anything you guys have spoken about as a team, how you're going to come in, get the skins you need. I think you need to win 6-1, not easy. Any plans?
I think we just got to control what we can control. Things that are outside of our control, you can't do anything about. So do the basics well. Everyone knows their roles, and we should be all right.
Well, we've won the 2 games today, 7-0, 6-1. So we can improve on a little bit of basics from both of those. I think if we do the things that perhaps went a little bit wrong in the first 2 games, if we do those correctly in this game, I don't think we're going to lose any skins, really. I can see a 7-0 if we play our game.
Okay, and obviously without Coach Czar, massive influence on the side. He's away in Portugal right now. Anything from him to you guys for this game?
I think his main message was just to relax. Everyone knows their roles, as I said before, so just go out there and enjoy the game.
Yeah, we've got Akil here relaying messages from Czar. He's in contact with him. He's putting across what Czar wants to do, and obviously you've got the group chats nowadays, and he's posted a couple of messages in the group chat, one after the first game, one after the second game, one now prior to this game, just to give us a little bit of motivation. I know he's abroad, but he still instills a little bit of knowledge into the game even when he's not here. And the last question, guys, I know you've got to concentrate on your game here, but pace attack, we keep talking about it. The Lions team, exceptional pace attack. How can you utilise that against the Vipers batsmen to, get your wickets, get your outs?
I think length is going to be key. You don't want to be too full. I mean, the Vipers are quality batters as well, but you just got to bring your fielders into play. Just bowl tight lines, get your fielders into play.
Yeah, I've seen today, just keeping a sort of one eye on the game when you're able to onto the court, and I've seen the Vipers. They've been castled a couple of times. I've seen a couple of bowls. They generally bat quite tidy when they play their shots. They run well. They don't generally get caught unless Alex Nelly takes the risk. He goes for the back net. He's probably going to give a chance or two court-wise. But I've seen a couple of bowls from the Vipers, and I think, like Nav said, unless you're bowling full tosses, you've got half a chance of going through them.
And finally, team changes. Anything, new players in?
Well, we've got Atta away. He's had to go to work. So we've got Shep back in, who played in the first game, apart from that unchanged from game 2.
No Nads?
No Nads. He's carrying an injury.
Carrying an injury. Thank you very much, guys, and best of luck for the game.
Thank you very much. Smashing, brother.